Oh sheet. Hello there. It's ya boy, Woobix here, back at it again with another sound design tutorial for you guys. I recently talked to Excision, and you won't believe this. I actually stole his heavy ass bass. Again, please don't share this with anyone, because I will be rip as fuck. Here's how the bass sounds like. The download link to this is in the description down below. Now, before we jump into the tutorial, make sure to check out Rocket Powered Sound's new vocal hacker pack. It sounds so lit. Like, check this shit out.
Drop the bass. Woo! Hey!
Run the trap.
If you want high quality vocals for $5, make sure to check it out. Alright, so, now, open up a new Serum. Turn down oscillator 8 to octaves, and modulate with a macro the level. Set as a warping mode FM from B. Turn it on 70%, and modulate at 10%. Turn on oscillator B. Turn it down 1 octave, and turn the level all the way down. Set the wavetable on basic shapes, and make sure you get a saw wave. Set as a warping mode bend minus, and modulate it backwards from 25% to 20%. Now, turn on the filter, and set it as a high notch 12. Put the cutoff on 65 Hz, and modulate at 25%. Turn the resonance all the way down, and modulate it 40%. Also, put the frequency on 90%, and modulate it backwards 55%. Now, on the FX panel, turn on the filter, and set it again on a high notch 12. This time, put the cutoff on something around 1900 Hz, and modulate it backwards 50%. Turn up the frequency on 80%, and modulate it backwards 40%. Now, turn on hyper dimension, and turn down the hyper mix just a tiny bit. Turn down the dimension size on something around 2%. And also turn up the mix. Now, turn on the phaser, set the rate all the way down, and check the BPM. Copy all these settings, or you can even mess with the depth, frequency and feed. Make sure the mix is set on 30% and it's modulated 40%. Turn on the compressor, set it on multi-band, and turn up the gain just a tiny bit. Also, turn the threshold to the left just a bit. Now, turn on the EQ, and set it on a high pass filter, and modulate it 50%. As a final touch, turn on delay. Set the left and right channels to 1 out of 256, and set it as a ping pong. Also, turn the feedback on 10%, and modulate it 40%. Do this also on the mix, but make sure it's set on 30% and it's modulated 25%. Now, to get that Excision vibe, we need to add vibrato to our bass. Go into the matrix, and set as a source LFO1. Put the amount on 11, and set the destination to master tuning. Put as an aux source macro 2, and put the output on 21. Now, into the LFO1, make a sine wave shape. Make sure it's set to off, and uncheck BPM. Put the rate on something around 16 Hz. Our final result. Of course, this bass needs some post-processing. I added like 3 EQs, and an OTT with full depth, with a shit ton of out gain and a little bit of in gain, with a lot of time. I added a camel crusher, some reverb, and a limiter. So, that was it with today's tutorial, guys. I wanted to shout out Aevola for making me this dope ass channel art. His links will be in the description down below. Show him some love. See ya next time.